I shouldn't trust Laura? Why not? Aiden asked Cyrus. Cyrus was pacing back and forth, with his hands clasped behind his back in an empty office on the top floor of the SafeTech building. Just trust me on this. She's a wily one. Just when you think you've got her figured out, turns out she's actually 2 steps ahead of you. Aiden folded his arms. So we've got Laura and possibly Dominic showing up at this auction later today, and I can't trust either of them? Should be interesting. To say the least, Cyrus nodded. Besides, you'll meet her soon enough and you can learn for yourself. Now, get your work done. You've got an auction to go to. After his conversation with Cyrus, the day went by in a blur. Aiden could barely focus on his work. He was slowly getting up to speed on SafeTech, but all he could think about was Ava. How am I ever going to make it up to her? He wondered. I know. Her birthday's coming up soon. Maybe I can find something for her at the auction that she'll like. As soon as he landed on the idea, 2 of Cyrus's men knocked on the door to Aiden's office. Time to go, said a tall and imposing bald man with a thick mustache. We haven't been introduced yet. I'm Santiago. This is my partner Carter. He gestured to the other man, who was a good deal shorter with a thick head of long hair. We'll be detailing you at the auction today, Santiago explained in a low voice. Aiden could see the bulging outlines of several guns inside Santiago's suit coat. He stood up and leaned over his desk. Thanks, but I don't need a babysitter. Santiago shook his head. Sorry, sir. Cyrus's orders. It's for the best. Aiden scoffed. I'm the one who's supposed to give the orders around here, he thought. This whole keeping my identity a secret thing is starting to wear thin. Fine, you can tag along. For today at least. Aiden finished gathering his things, then pulled a bottle of cologne out of his desk drawer. Better make a good impression on this Laura person. I wonder if she's all she's cracked up to be. He spritzed some cologne on his neck. All right, I'm ready. Let's go. Santiago nodded, and Aiden departed SafeTech with his new security detail in tow.
Going once? Going twice? Sold for $50,000.
Aiden sat in a large, opulent auction hall. At the front of the room stood an auctioneer, rotating through a series of priceless objects for the obscenely wealthy crowd. Aiden leaned over and whispered to Santiago. Where's Laura? I don't know what she looks like. Do you see her? Santiago's eyes scanned the room, then he pointed. There. She's sitting in the 3rd row, just next to the column. Aiden followed Santiago's gaze. Sure enough, just a few rows ahead of them, Aiden spotted an incredibly attractive woman, with shoulder-length dark hair and green eyes barely visible above the rims of her designer shades. So that's her then. Santiago nodded. The auctioneer called everyone's attention to the front of the room.
Our next item is a diamond necklace. It's said to have been owned at one time by the Ottoman royal family. Shall we start the bidding at $10,000?
Aiden's eyes glimmered at the diamond necklace. That would be perfect for Ava. Without wasting a second, Aiden raised his paddle. 10,000. The auctioneer gestured to Aiden.
Wonderful, 10,000. Do I hear 15?
Laura raised her paddle. 15,000.
The auctioneer smiled. Splendid. Do I hear 20,000?
Aiden glanced over in Laura's direction. Much to his surprise, he could see that everyone else in the auction room had no intention of bidding against her. Her presence was formidable. Everyone's as afraid of her as they are of Dominic, Aiden thought. Good thing I'm not. He raised his paddle again. 20,000. A quiet gasp ran through the crowd. Laura turned her head, lowering her shades just enough to make eye contact with Aiden. She smirked, a wicked glint in her eye. Santiago tapped Aiden's shoulder. Sir, I wouldn't recommend going up against her. Cyrus doesn't want you to make a scene. Aiden squinted at Santiago. I told you I don't need a babysitter. Laura raised her paddle again. 25,000. Aiden bid again. 30,000. Laura turned to face Aiden again. This time, she wasn't smiling. He could see her mouth the words, "Back off." Aiden just smirked in reply. Laura raised her paddle. 50,000. Aiden scoffed, facing the auctioneer. $100,000. Does that settle it? The entire crowd gasped. Laura stared daggers at Aiden. She lowered her paddle, shaking her head no at the auctioneer. The auctioneer stammered.
Very well. $100,000 to Mr. Callahan, going once, going twice, sold.
After the auction, many guests lingered in the hallway, sipping on champagne and gossiping. Aiden lurked in the corner with Santiago and Carter, taking in the scene. No sign of Dominic so far, Aiden thought to himself. Then suddenly, he saw Laura making a beeline for the exit. On an impulse, Aiden raced after her, blocking her path. "Sorry, it's Laura, isn't it?" Laura lowered her sunglasses. Her emerald green eyes sparkled at him. "Only my friends call me Lara. It's Miss Ashburn to you." As he stared into her eyes, Aiden realized something. Wait a minute. This girl looks familiar to me. I feel like I know her. He reached out to shake her hand. "Actually, in that case, I prefer to call you Lara then. I'm Aiden." Lara's eyes flashed dangerously. No one speaks to me like that and gets away with it. Aiden smirked. "You know, you only get more beautiful when you're angry." He leaned in close and whispered into her ear. "Don't you recognize me? I recognize you. Naomi." Lara pulled back from Aiden, putting a hand over her mouth. "Aiden? Aiden Gibson. The auctioneer said Callahan." "Yes, it's me. It's a long story." "Oh my God, I can't believe it's really you." Lara's scowl turned into a smile. "But Aiden, what are you doing here?" "Shh." He tried to quiet Lara down. "Don't blow my cover." "I won't if you won't," Lara chuckled. "Nobody's called me Naomi in decades." Suddenly, 2 hired security guards raced over to Lara and Aiden. "Ma'am, is everything okay? Is this guy bothering you?" they asked Lara. Lara waved them off. "No, everything's fine. You can leave us." The 2 guards trotted away. Aiden smiled at Lara. "Can we speak privately for a moment?" She nodded. The 2 of them snuck away from Santiago and Carter, hiding in the shadows in the corner of the hall. Lara hugged Aiden tightly. "What are you doing here? If I tell you, can you keep a secret?" Lara nodded. "Of course. We've known each other since we were kids, Aiden. You were my first crush. You know you can trust me with anything." Aiden placed his hand on her shoulder, whispering into her ear. "I'm here to meet you. Cyrus sent me. I'm the tiger." Lara gasped. "You're the tiger?" She threw her head back and laughed. "I guess I shouldn't be giving you orders. I can't believe I work for you now." She reached into her clutch, pulled out a business card, and slipped it into Aiden's pocket. "We've got a lot of catching up to do. Call me, if you're brave enough." With that, she tossed her hair in his direction, turned on her heel, and strutted out of the auction hall. Aiden felt the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. Santiago and Carter approached, carrying a box with the diamond necklace Aiden had purchased. Santiago checked his watch. "Shall we go, sir?" Aiden nodded. "Yeah. Any sign of Dominic?" Santiago shook his head. "No, sir." Aiden exhaled, disappointed. "Right. Okay, let's head out." As Santiago and Carter drove Aiden back to SafeTech, Aiden spotted Ava and Charlotte walking down a street lined with shops. "You can drop me off here," he told Santiago. "Keep that necklace safe for me. I'll collect it from Cyrus tomorrow." Santiago nodded. "Yes, sir." Aiden jumped out of the car and crossed the street to meet up with Ava and Charlotte, who were coming out of a storefront together. As they saw him approaching, Charlotte smiled, but Ava scowled.
Aiden? What are you doing here?
Charlotte clapped her hands together in delight.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing here?
Ava said, folding her arms over her chest. Aiden smiled.
I was driving by and saw you two walking together. Do you mind if I join you?
Ava huffed.
Don't even think about it.
Charlotte furrowed her brow.
Ava, don't you think you're being a little cold? I mean, he is your husband after all.
No, he's not, Charlotte.
Not anymore.
Ava put her sunglasses on, putting even more distance between her and Aiden.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, if you two aren't together anymore, do you mind if I take him for a spin?
Charlotte asked, with a mischievous glint in her eye. Aiden smirked at Charlotte flirtatiously, and Charlotte smiled right back at him. Ava lowered her sunglasses, fuming. Was Dominic Grayson at the auction? Will Aiden and Laura rekindle their old flame? Or will things heat up between Aiden and Charlotte?
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.